Hey, it's Cody. I thought I'd hop on here really quick and talk about my December decks. My decks I'll be using in December. Um, Two things really quick first. The first one is, I don't know if you can tell by weird lighting, I'm not filming this video where I normally do. It's too fucking cold in that room, so on another video I had to add this warning too. I do have pet pigs. They're in a room that's like connected to the one that I'm in. And they're all inside because it's fucking cold out. And if you hear like pigs screaming, they're just arguing over who gets to lay closest to the space heater. So if you get to hear that, sorry. There also might be dogs and shit. I can't like close everything out of this room the way that I normally can. Also, I will say for my December deck thing here, I'm a crusty old Christmas hater. I hate the commotion. I hate the colors. I hate people when I leave my house. I hate the fucking sales. I hate seeing family members that I actively avoid for the other 364 days of the year. Um, I'm a crusty old fucking Christmas hater. Can't stand the shit. So, this video probably will be flavored with that. So, without further ado, my first one you're probably going to expect. This is the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So, sometimes I do have a little bit of a hard time working with this one, just because I fucking hate Christmas. And a lot of this stuff, in this is very reminiscent of it. I mean, it doesn't really specifically say Christmas. Like, okay, I don't mind this. Snow, darkest hour. Hear a dog clicking around? Sorry if you do. I don't know, man. Some of these have, like, ornaments and shit. And it's just a little bit too, Christmassy. I don't know. Looking at them now, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, here's the word Christmas, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't know. I mean, nothing in here is very specifically Christmas, but, like, some of it just gets a little too close for me. I am still in, like, inner work mode in December. I feel like it kind of starts in October. I feel like most people are kind of over it by now, but to me, that's just sort of the beginning of the season. And so I end up doing a little bit deeper work in November. December, another thing I hate about Christmas is it sort of interrupts some of my deeper inner work, because I'm having to, like, I don't know, see people and shit, shop for gifts, all that stuff. Alright, so, yeah. I mean, I'll probably pull some cards out of this. But the instant I see some shit that, like, really reminds me of Christmas too much, I'm probably gonna put it away. Put her back away. Get her the fuck out of here. Okay. So I have three Oracle decks. So we'll do those ones first. Also, I got, in the month of November, not one, not two, but 3 decks that I had backed on Kickstarter showed up. I didn't back them at the same time. One I think was over a year ago. So this is the first also of the Kickstarter decks that showed up. This is the Endless Oracle by Eric Mayle. I did a little flip through of it. This very December-y for me. I mean, not even just because I just got it, but I feel like we got December colors going on, you know? The sky looks crisp and clear here, the night sky, in a way that in the summer, where I live, does not look. And I don't know. It's very storybook-ish. Not necessarily a fairy tale, I don't think, but it has kind of a sitting inside by the fire reading a good story kind of feel to me. So I will be working with this. I mentioned that I did a flip through this, so I don't want to get too into that. I don't remember if I said that. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I don't edit these. And I'm not going to, so you're going to have to watch me put these fuckers away. Okay, so the next one, this is the last oracle and the second of the Kickstarter decks that showed up to me this month. This is Song of the Grandmothers by Kara Simons, and it's illustrated by, oh my god, I just spit on that, that's so gross, Mari in the Sky. That is the same person who did the Gentle Tarot, Mari in the Sky. So this deck, Song of the Grandmothers, is just very interesting as an idea to me. I've mentioned a bunch of times on this channel so far that I'm really into like crone energy right now, and this is kind of a different take on that. It's a much kinder, I think, approach. Normally it comes at it like, I don't know how to really explain it. A little darker, a little more, I don't know, almost like, this just approaches it in a lighter, maybe, sort of way. Damn, I cannot think of words today. I'm like, oh, it's late. But I do really like this deck. I do want to work with it a little bit this month, just because I really haven't. Basically, the only thing I've done is flip through this. But I feel like this is probably going to be one of those decks that I use a lot more in the spring. So it's probably really going to get its first good use come spring, but for right now I do want to... What the fuck did I do with the box? I do want to go ahead and get started with a little bit. Maybe a card a week for like a little, I don't know, affirmation or something. Beautiful deck. Not exactly seasonal, but I will be working with it for this month. God damn. Okay, so those were the 3 Oracle decks. But that was 2 of the Kickstarter decks that I had show up. This one I've been really excited for. This is the Saphiro. So I backed this one. It was at least a year ago. And then there were troubles with printing. Just a lot of stuff going on. This deck actually hails from Austria, but the war over there in Eastern Europe has affected their ability to like start getting these out to people. So it's had a lot of delays and stuff. I don't mind that, you know, shit happens. So this is an interesting deck because it's kind of, I backed it for the deck only. But it's actually like a game. I think it's kind of like a board game. I don't know. You can play it with other people. You can play it just by yourself. I didn't get all of that stuff. I do just have the deck. Get this guy out in the box out of the way. So this is fucking beautiful. Maybe has a little bit more January energy to me. But it feels wintry. I don't know if you can see this guy. He's got, well, I guess all the cards had it, didn't they? What do you call it on here? Little foil. She's got it on her cup. It is pips. Which, I don't mind pips if they're like... I like pips with feeling better, but I mean, if you're gonna just be a sword, like, the way to do it is you gotta make it look good, you know? You can't just shit out a sword on there. So, I've been very excited for this deck for a very long time. I was not even expecting it to show up, because I know that people in Europe were starting to get there, so in the US I didn't think I would get it for a while, but... a little box showed up on my porch just the other day, and here it is. The artwork is fucking stunning. Look at this magician. I am so excited to work with this deck. It has that clear, cold kind of energy that I think is going to be perfect for winter. So, I want to go through. Oh my god, look at this. I don't want to sit here and go through this whole deck, but like, holy shit. Look at this thing go. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm just... Gilding. Alright. don't really want to do like a walkthrough of this deck fully because it's pips. And I feel like for the most part, you're just going to be sitting there like, okay. Fucking beautiful. I'm sure you're going to see this deck more so on this channel. Alright. Next deck that I'm working with for December in a bag that I made, and I did not make the buttonhole in the middle because I can't count or I just refuse to or some shit. This is the Rackham Tarot. Artwork, it's like curated artwork deck of Arthur Rackham's work. This is the Low Scarabeo one. It's certainly not Duck Soup Productions. And this, it has like Fae energy sort of to me, but like wintry Fae energy. This is one of my favorite fucking cards. This deck is so... I don't know. The colors have been adjusted from their original colorings. It's been made, I think, cooler, and so they're all a little more similar. Which some people complain about. Before I got this deck, I didn't get this when it was brand new. When it came out, though, I was looking at it. I think there's an Edmund Duloc, and there's another one. Those, like, old-timey fairy tale illustrators. There's 3. I can't think of what the other one is, but I was looking at reviews of them and stuff, and people were getting crazy that, like, things had been kind of digitally manipulated for this. I don't give a shit, alright? I hate this card. The little kids ruffle makes me sick. I don't know why. Oh god, look at this fucking card too. But, yeah. I feel like this is very wintry. And if somebody were to ask me, do I work with Fae a lot? I would say no, but I'm realizing, thinking about it, that I would be full of shit, because I actually do work with them a lot. Not as in ever, you know, some people are a little more... I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. I'm not talking Tinkerbell shit, you know. Like, this is... She's cute, but not the energy that I get from the Fae. You know, little land spirit thingies is what I work with more than, I don't know. I feel like people just have kind of different ideas of the Fae. Like this shit. So this is my Winter Fae deck. Yeah, I'm definitely, realizing I do work with Fae energy quite a bit. I really like this deck, and whenever I pull it out to use it, I just think of it sometimes. I realize I don't use it enough. Like, the cards are all very spacious. You can really move back into them, you know? If that makes any sense. Not the biggest fan of the backs. I guess it's that... Oh, I lost it, but... That card. Alright. I'll put that deck over here. Alright, second to last of decks that I'm using this month is the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ. I think it's Cullinane. I have the mass market Hay House one. This was at one point independently published. I don't have that one. I really like this deck. I don't use it as much as I feel like I should either. But with, you know, the creeping darkness, I feel like it's a good deck for this time of year. So I did color the edges. I want to make sure that we understand that this is not the independently published deck. This is a copy of the Hay House one. And sometimes, kind of recently, I feel like I've been impressed with Hay House. Whereas normally I've talked a lot of shit about, like, Hay House's quality and the kind of decks that they publish. I feel like they've been doing a better job, sort of, lately. And then I got this deck, which... The card, along the right-hand side of all of these cards were cut all fucked up. Like, I don't know, it almost seemed like the blade wasn't sharp enough or something. I don't know. I don't know if you can see it very well on here, but God, it looks like shit. So I got a marker that I tried my best to match. And I kind of tried to color it in, but you couldn't, it won't focus on it, but you can still definitely see where they're all fucked up on the side, but does that prevent me from using it? No. The thing that prevents me from using it a lot is the fact that it's fucking massive, and the cardstock is actually really, like, cardboardy, and I cannot for the life of me shuffle it. Here, let me embarrass myself. First of all, this is, like, my whole hand. Not a good shuffle, okay? I don't have big, strong hands, okay? I have shrimpy little baby hands. I can't fucking shuffle this thing. Alright, bitching aside. I don't even know why I'm just sitting here bitching. Oh, fuck, did I? Okay. This deck, B's kind of a weird one for the world. But Guardian of the Night, I feel like with the winter solstice coming up, the longest night of the year, this just has a good energy for that to me. It's nighttime in all of the cards. Look at this fucking card. Beautiful. It's got nice animal energy. I've been really feeling animal decks lately. Like, even the sun, we've got darkness and stars back there. I like that. I love raccoons. Just, this deck is just really well done. And it feels weird to me to use it in the summer. That's when I got it. And, I don't know. I guess that I just was saving it for now. Oh my God. I always want to use this cloth, but it's like, first of all, it's wrinkly as fuck. And it's like really thin. So when I go to pick up cards, it's like coming up with them. And that's annoying. Alright, the last deck I've got to show you is the Tarot of Transformation. Now, I've been kind of meaning to do a video about this deck for a while. This is an independently published deck. I don't know. Fuck, I should have looked up more info about it in its little book. I don't remember when it was published. I've had it for a couple years by, I believe, a Willow Arlinea or something like that. Massive cards. The edges are chipping, but it didn't come like that. This is such a beautiful but weird deck. So, it's very... I don't know. I think that the person that made it, I could be wrong, but what I remember of the guidebook is that she actually is, like, a psychotherapist. And so a lot of these cards have to do with mental and emotional sort of healing. Here's my thing. I don't like it having tarot associations. It's got these titles on the top, but it's not... They're not any, like, existing system, you know? It's not titles from Thoth or, what is it, the Hermetic Tarot that's, like, Lord of whatever and stuff. It's not. It's just something totally different. And, like, when I look at this, I can see flowing with change, but not... Well, okay, this isn't the best example. Abiding in Love is the Master of Cups. I believe that's what they call kings in this deck. Grounding for Creativity is the One of Wands, the Ace of Wands. I like grounding for creativity, but not necessarily the wand part. Restoring Cosmic Order. 8 Balance. So it does have... What card is this supposed to be? Yeah, I don't even know. No, that must be a major. Here's the, like, look at the Magician. Holy shit. Master of Conscious Creation. So, the way that I use this deck is much more, I use this deck for healing. kind of stuff. But I don't use the tarot associations. I just look at attending to emotional needs. I've thought about trimming it before. The cards are really big. And, oh my god. Big and floppy. Oh my god, here she goes. Sorry. But I'm not good at trimming decks at all. And I don't want to fuck this up. So it's kind of a weird one maybe to pull out in November. It doesn't really have that November feeling to it. But as far as the work that I'm going to be doing here, this is right in line with that. There's dolphins in here. So there are things I like about this deck. There are things I don't like about this deck. Looking at it here, I'm definitely going to do a little walkthrough of it, I think, at some point. So, this is it for the decks that I'm going to be using in December. Well, okay, I plan on using in December. Sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I'll be like, I go to get one of them, I'll be like, I don't really feel like dealing with that one. And then I just never feel like dealing with it, so that sucks. Alright, so I've got 2 books that are witchcrafty related. The first one is The Old Magic of Christmas. It's Yuletide Traditions for the Darkest Days of the Year by Linda Radisk? I don't know how to say that. Okay, this book was gifted to me last year by a very good friend of mine who knows that I fucking hate Christmas. But she's really been feeling Christmas the last couple of years. So she got me this, and I grudgingly read, well, I wouldn't say read. I would say I skimmed some. I just kind of went through it and looked, at the pictures. I don't know. Which is, yeah. So it's got some little spells and, for the most part, history. Like, this is my kind of shit, honestly. But, like, my hang-up is the Christmas aspect of it. But, like, it's coming at it from a very different place than what I really so much hate about Christmas. So I will be actually, like, sitting down and fully reading this this month. And the last thing is I will be rereading Old World Witchcraft, Ancient Ways for Modern Days. This is by Raven Grimassi. And I've read this before. I don't remember that much. I remember, like, bits and pieces of it. I remember the overall impression that I got from it and what I really liked about it. I mentioned this book as something that I would recommend to newer witches or people interested in practicing the kind of craft that I practice in my Trad Witch Tag video. And so the creator of that tag, Joanna at Namqua, asked if I would do a review of this book. And I said yeah, but I do want to reread it first, so it's fresh in my mind to have something better to say. So I'm not that far into it, but I did get started, so. Alright, so these were my December decks, witchcrafty books I'm going to be working with. And, yeah, thanks for watching, bye.